No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Godet. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status.
Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. The 30. Pass to 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. All wideouts, no backs. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
The give to the lone running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Sunday.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 40, the 30, inside the, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cornhusker.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Makes the grab. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. On the option. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Sends it back in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Touchdown, Husker! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going with the ground game left. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him. Or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Now the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Here he comes with the return. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Good timing on the quick out. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Looking deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And the Wolverines line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to ball his way in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Finding open areas. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level or get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They'll run the option. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
He'll throw on 3rd down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the pass. Finds a man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Making side adjustments here. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Washington. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Works the middle of the field. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Tempo and overdrive. To the air on 2nd down. Got a little space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Madden. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. just about set to get this second half underway. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Built.
Pulls it in on the left. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry up. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Finds the tight end. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He might want another play. Wants to throw on third down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husker.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got a first down. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him. Open space at the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move him on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. Crosses the 35. Turning it on. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Play action on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These balls have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and Luke breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Steps away to find some room.
Ball carried by the corner. Loss of 9. 2nd down coming up.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets rid of it. Hauls it in. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It'll be 3rd and long. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Kick is in the air. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. rankings hanging in the balance unless they can. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they've got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. Third down coming up.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass. But how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Motion from the back. The give on the option. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the toss. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Brings up
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
From the gun, wants to pass. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're dealing with a second and long. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Yoder. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So much at stake. Top 10 showdown, and they've ridden the passing game to knock off a higher-ranked team and really improve their playoff hopes.
Yeah, just the passing attack, man, it looks good, doesn't it? I mean, you can tell that this is going to travel. Good teams, bad teams, they're proving this passing attack is really hard to stop. And getting the upset late in the season, man, this is going to go a long way for their college football playoff chances.
You're right, Dave. The passing attack put them in this position to win this football game. They're getting it done. I'll tell you what, you look at their potential opponents if they do reach the playoff. I think this passing attack gives them a chance against everybody. They can light the scoreboard up.
Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense will take the first swing of the game. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Using his legs, it's Patterson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grab behind the line. It's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing back wide receiver screens, only allowing minimal gain and no first down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Might be changing the route. They'll run the toss. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low line drive and short kick. He's got great speed. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, Kentucky! Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game delivering big time. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field. It's Worthy. Makes the catch. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Good throw it over the top of the knee. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback keeper. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Kentucky! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Worthy. That's caught, it's Wilson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Texas A&M going quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. That big field, he's got room. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on move. And the Aggies look to keep this drive humming.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Holding. Offense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business. 21.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The give to the back. Powers through. Justice and runs through another guy. Turns it on in midfield. Found the seam on the left. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintained.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion. But if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pen them deep. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, and rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Got him downfield. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Might be looking to run. Caught over the middle. It's Marks. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the toss to the left. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll go with the quick touch pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker, corner, safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college.
He's looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Worthy. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Punch it out of the air. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bring it out. It's Simmons. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take